are back. So, guys, we already accomplished one of our goals. We got a whole office space. It's called,
DB Studios.
DB Studios.
It's actually a sick ass setup.
Yeah, guys, tune in on our personal pages. We're going to put in a little clip of behind the scenes setup. It's kind of lit. If you guys knew what's holding up the camera right now, you'd be like, what the?
Yeah, that shit's on life support right now. Get this shit a fucking life alert.
Yeah. But we are back with another Money and Motion Monday podcast. Woo! Where we talk about how to make millions. Well, not yet, but we will. We will get there. But
It's coming soon.
yeah, we're back to you guys with another podcast. Today's topics are going to be pretty much networking, the importance of networking, and just kind of habits that we've incorporated around business and networking, and kind of like day-to-day things that we've improved on or just incorporated to help us build relationships with different businesses or people, or how to even just outsource different things that have opened doors and opportunities, or potentially has showed us like a weakness point in like how we are and conduct business. So these are all really important things for anyone that's starting a new business, trying to, get out there and grow and just kind of get used to being uncomfortable. So yeah, you want to start it off?
Yes, sir. So we actually had a moment earlier today when we're going to go get some grub. And we had this gentleman, Kevin, right?
Kevin, yep.
Yeah, super chill. He asked us, we had our cameras sitting, we take the camera with us everywhere, and we had it sitting on a table as we were like discussing about stuff. And he just asked about the camera, and fucking Bruce dove right in and started breaking it down to him and told him all the information that we've gotten, and like just giving him feedback on the camera overall. And giving them like tips on like what other cameras are good for like the specific niche that he's gonna be in, which is like working on cars and stuff like that. So that brought us to networking. Networking is super. I think a lot of people kind of overlook it, and everyone wants to do everything on their own. But when you network, it opens so many doors and opportunities for you that even if there's no lead into it, it's just a door that's open for you that you could always go back to or just get a reference from, right?
Yep.
So I think just always be ready for someone that's going to ask you a question, or if you have a question yourself, ask, like don't be afraid to just dive in and let them know what you're doing or what you are working on, things that even if you feel like it's not a lot of stuff that you actually know, throw it out there, because there's always going to be someone that is just might need the help with it, which is a business opportunity for yourself, or is just curious, and wants to learn, and then you can help guide them into the direction that they're looking for. And then from there, you build that connection, and now you have potentially a business partner or someone that you can work with like later down the future, or they might even bring some knowledge to that for you that you may not have known, So networking, be ready for it all the time. Don't overlook it. And just don't be shy.
Yeah.
Don't be shy.
Yeah, I think like adding to what he was saying too is like, you never know who you're even coming across. Like today in our interaction that we had, like he literally just asked what kind of camera it was. And that simple question turned into like a 15-minute conversation of like, what we use it for, what do we do. We told him like our businesses that we have going on. We told him like things that we've learned, and even just getting this camera that we've upgraded with. Like, yes, it was a good investment for us, but maybe this same camera that he's also looking at, maybe it doesn't benefit him, which we actually ended up coming to the conclusion that this camera probably isn't the best for his specific niche. So, him getting himself out of that like comfort zone and asking a simple question to strangers like helped him realize that maybe buying a camera at this price that I thought was really good, which it is good, but not for the exact niche that he's trying to go for. We got to that conclusion. We ended up getting a follower on our dedicated bros production page where we help different businesses get, like editing done. We go and like record. We can do like little reels for you guys, so we can help you guys kind of like with the marketing strategy stuff. So if you guys have any questions or want to reach out to us, hit us up on the dedicatedbrosproductions.co on
It's
Instagram
booming right now.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of good videos. We've done. Shout out to David. He's been putting a lot of work behind that. We only have one camera. Well, once we get two, it's gonna be game over. Like we're gonna be a whole ass video movie production crew. But yeah, he's been putting a lot of work. He's been doing a lot of the editing for us, with just in general. So, but check it out. There's a lot of good stuff on there. What we're capable of doing for you guys and your business. But yeah, he followed that, and we told him like, yeah, dude, if you have any other questions, hit us up. We enjoy helping small business owners like get their foot into the door, and we let him know like the service that we provide for those small businesses. And he was really like, oh, that's cool. I enjoy like editing, and he was really honest. He was like, I enjoy editing and stuff like that. Like pretty much telling us like, I don't need your help kind of thing, but that's fine. Regardless, we made a connection. And that was really dope, like it was a genuine conversation. We educated him. He told us what his niche is. We also love cars. So like, when he was telling us like, yeah, he works on cars and he does this and shows people how to do stuff, that was pretty dope.
I actually wanted to ask him about stuff too, but I saw how like interested and intrigued he was in like talking about like the camera. I didn't want to like off track or anything, so I was like, well, he followed us. I was like, I'll probably hit him up later, 'cause
Yeah.
we have some car projects that we want to work on.
Yeah. So that was like really cool. Those type of situations, you never know. Maybe he follows us and he keeps track of like what we're doing, and later down the road he needs help with something and he hits us up, or maybe we need help with a car service and we could recommend someone there, or maybe we go to him. So that in itself, like keeping a door open, goes a really, really long way. And it's all based off like one simple question that he just asked. And that goes both ways, right? Like we've been in situations where we had questions about certain things. So we've put ourselves in like asking question mode of like, hey, like, what do you think about this? How can we do this or that? And we kind of experienced that when we were looking for a new camera, when we went to the store to buy this one that we have, the Sony A7 III. We were asking so many questions, and they were like thankfully able to help us and kind of give us the right answers as best as they could. I mean, we were like super oblivious or didn't really know anything about like an actual camera, so it was like a huge help when they were answering our questions. And in those conversations, we ended up making another networking opportunity with someone that like day trades and stuff, and he's part of a whole group and program, and he was like, yeah, I do this for like a part-time, I'm trying to make it full-time. So we met someone that day trades off buying this camera, and then this camera helped us meet another person that does content as well, but for vehicles. So just kind of like ensure, be open to any opportunities, and just, you don't have to be fully ready. Like we're not saying to have a script or something written down, like this is what I'm gonna say, but
you'll never have a script.
Yeah.
Realistically.
But you always wanna ensure that if you are ever in any of these conversations, make sure you put what you do out there as well, because you never know, right? Like you plant the seed in everyone's mind of like, hey, well, I'm Bruce, this is David, like we do Greater Than Athletics and we do Money in Motion, we have a YouTube page and this and this and that, like follow us on one of those, that'd be cool. And exchange information, because you just never know like what that person can help you with, or maybe you can help that person with, and like in the content world and just the business industry, you just got to be able to shake everyone's hand, with good intentions. And you never know, right? Like if you leave a positive impression on someone and they remember you later down the road, they might circle back and be like, I remember some guys or this guy or whatever that helped me do this or answered this for me. And I have a sick ass opportunity for them now. And then you get hit up and you're like, oh shoot, like life changing opportunity, you know? So
Yeah.
that's kind of like the importance overall of networking and kind of like how it's helped us and like the importance behind why we feel you should always lead with that mindset.
What would you say? What would be the difference between a good networking situation versus a bad networking situation?
Oh,
Because I know people that go to the bar to network, you know, which, you know, obviously there's opportunity everywhere. I'm not saying that if you go to these places and meet certain people there, like, it's not going to be a good outcome, right?
yeah.
But it's just, I guess my general thinking is like, I wouldn't want to network inside of a bar because if they're spending their time here, that might reflect on their work, right?
Yes.
So what do you think differentiates the fucking good networking world versus the bad
We're getting
networking
into
world?
hot takes right now. Nah. Honestly, I would say the difference between a good and bad network would be it's very situational in your business niche, right? I would say in our business niche, you definitely just you want to come off genuine and you don't want to come off like you're thirsty for an opportunity and like intentionally like reaching out to this person in return for something without anything to provide back. I feel like
Okay.
you can kind of fish out in interactions. At least for me, like when people have asked me, like sometimes, I don't know if you've been in this situation or maybe we've both been in it, like in pop ups or something. But for me, sometimes like people ask what I do outside of work and then I tell them and then they're just like, oh, bro, we should work together, this and this and that. And
Yeah.
it's like, and like me just knowing how they are as a person, I'm just like,
Nah,
this
bro.
might sound this might sound bad and like I don't mean it to sound bad, but like just seeing their work ethic, it's like knowing their work ethic and knowing a person and it's just like I don't know if I would actually work with you because I know how you are already. And then now you're just like because you know what I do more in like in terms of outside of work, all of a sudden I'm a person of interest to you and there's never been like a genuine interaction between us. Like but now it's like, oh, you have I wouldn't even say like we have clout cuz I don't think we do. We just like do our own shit. But people as soon as people say like, "Oh, you own a business," like people's lives like flip upside down like, "Whoa, you own a business?" Like it's crazy like
People can't fathom that
yeah,
shit.
they can't fathom that. So I've experienced people like wanting to just be around me because of that. And it feels like the wrong intentions. Not saying that it's always that intention of like they want to just be around me because they found out like I have like a clothing line or whatever, a brand, and we do YouTube and podcasts, like things like that. But I think for me, that's like more likely to be a turnoff and like not want to work with you because you sound super like I want to just use your like use you and
Yeah.
your platform to help me.
Yeah,
I
that's a good
think
one. That's a good point.
a positive interaction is like when it feels super natural and like you're in an environment where either one you don't even expect anyone to approach you or you don't even expect to see someone that like maybe you want to ask a question to and you end up asking the question and it's like a super genuine conversation and it's like you come into that middle ground of like hey, let's exchange information because I like what you're doing, you like what I'm doing, and who knows, maybe we can work down the future without like solidifying, hey, we have to work together. Like, dude, I do this, you do this. Like, we got to do something. Like, I know some interactions do happen that way, but for me personally, I really enjoy when it's super organic and super natural and like it doesn't feel like I owe you something or you owe me anything. It's more of like, hey, bro, if you want to work with me, yeah, hit me up. Or if I want to work with you, you hit me up. But we both open those doors for each other.
Yeah.
And a good example was like today, you know, like
Dude, that's fucking
it's
cool.
the most recent example, which is why we're using it. We've had other examples like
Yeah.
in the past where I think even a good example is like your cousin, the barber. We did a video on that on before we transitioned into Greater Than Athletics. We posted a reel. I think it's still up on Greater Than Athletics page. If you guys want to check that reel out, but he went to go get like a little beard trim, I think it was.
Yeah.
And we were just there recording, like just getting clips, and like people inside the barber shop, like other barbers were like just asking us questions and stuff like that. And everything in there felt super genuine. The interaction with his cousin felt super genuine. Like he didn't even know we were gonna record. We told him 10 minutes before, like, is it cool if we record in there?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, it's cool.
With the camera in his face. Hey, brother, is it cool?
Yeah, so things like that, I think, are what make a whole different dynamic of like just genuine energy and like genuine business opportunity, that I think has longevity behind it, because we also know how short-lived bad business can be, you know. Like it can be bad and it can go sideways, and now people want to do this and that and whatever. So it's like when it's genuine for me and organic, that's when I feel like, all right, 100% that was a positive networking opportunity right there.
Yeah, that was. Even the, I can't remember his name, but one of the barbers, he has a Sony A7. I think it's the 2. And he was just asking him about the settings. You know, he was, yeah, bro, like after I'm done, like taking these clips, like we'll fix your settings, dude. You know,
Yeah.
Shout out, I forget your name, brother. I'm sorry. But like his settings were not it, brother. Like even me as like, kind of knowing how to like mess with settings and shit, like from what we've learned, I knew right off the back. I was like, oh brother, yeah, I don't know. He was like shooting in like regular HD when he has 4K, you know,
1080p,
like,
yeah.
1080p, dude. Like, which is like, you know, not everyone. Sometimes you just expect to grab something and start using it with it being perfect, you know, which it just doesn't work like that in the camera world.
Yep.
But all he did was ask him, and we got his camera looking super crisp. Like,
That guy did. Honestly, he asked me, and I'm gonna keep it a stack. I was like, yeah, we can fix it for you. And I was like volunteering this guy.
this was sign me up without I was fucking getting pampered and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, but like again, like that's the perfect example, you know, where and you know it's no charge. Like we're not gonna charge you, dude. Like honestly, we're super fucking. We like teaching people these things, you know, or like just answering like if we're able to answer your questions. Like we enjoy giving you guys guidance and shit, you know. So yeah, fucking networking is it's a whole other fucking world that you just have to kind of get accustomed to, you know. Like we weren't always fucking great at it.
Yeah.
But naturally, as we started, like I would say, so we started getting more comfortable with like everything that we're doing and just trusting everything that we know. It gets a lot easier, you know. So just trusting yourself 100%, you know, believing yourself 100%. Like if you know you have good product out there, you know, like let people know about it, you know. Like even if it's not the best, you know, and you're working to make it the best, like you throw yourself out there. Like that's why you're working on your product.
Exactly. I'd say I would even argue that like you're only gonna get as far as you promote yourself, your business, and your products or service. Like you can't expect to have something, whatever it is, and it just on its own get up, grow some legs, and go find its customers or clients or next buyer, like whatever it is. That's just not gonna happen. Like that's just the reality of things. And maybe, you know, one in those million chances, you'll see those businesses that like really promote that, and maybe it did happen for them where they just had a really great product and they had to do minimal work and it just happened to work out everything perfect for them, and they're making a lot of money. But at the end of the day, like that's a very, very rare opportunity and chance for that to happen to you as a person. Not saying it's impossible, but you gotta like get that out of your mind of like, because I have a good idea, have a good product or service, like it's gonna get up and sell itself. Like that's just not the truth. And you gotta just be willing to go out there, shake hands, meet people, and be genuine about your intentions. And I can, you know, guarantee without guaranteeing you guys that if you do that, people will naturally gravitate to you. And that's just I think I've mentioned this in the past, like that's just the law of attraction. Like what you put out, you're gonna attract. And we've got the opportunity to work with people because they've just like saw our energy, and whether it was a pop-up or out in person or wherever we were doing, like they just were like, hey, like we really like what you're doing, we like your brand, we like this, what does it stand for, and we like educate them on what we're doing, and we make a new networking client or whoever, so I think it's like you got to really think about those things when you're going through your day to day, even if it's not related to your business. Like, always be willing to shake someone's hand, be positive, have that positive energy in anything you're doing, because you just never know. There's even been situations where I've unintentionally networked with people by just talking to them about stuff, and they're just like, dude, like, how do you know all this stuff? And I'm just like, oh, like, I didn't even mention it, but I like have a clothing brand, and like we started a whole business, like we have an LLC and all that stuff. So just by its own self, like just attracting that stuff, it comes your way. And at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to like prevent the bad things that sometimes come with it, and like you can never ever be
Yeah.
certain that no one has bad intentions when they're trying to network with you. They might sell themselves really good, and then next thing you know, there's ill intentions of them trying to just use you in your business or your platform or whatever. Like, you're never ever going to be able to fish them out 100%. But if that ever does happen, just always lean with the like right foot forward, and like take it as a lesson and move on, because at the end of the day, like, karma is real, and like whatever you put out, you'll get back. So as long as you had the right intentions and you were doing the right things, whatever that situation turns out to, maybe the next opportunity is going to help you get even bigger, because just karma, like
Yeah.
you were always having good intentions. So
Yeah, those situations can be good though too, also because you start to kind of like you'll start picking up on it. Like we've learned that in the past. While going through our process. Like always look at a bad situation like as there's something good that's gonna come out of it. Whether it's mainly the lesson, right? So it's gonna happen.
Yep.
It's gonna
So
happen.
super important. Just keep those things in mind. Like, don't let them stop your progress or kill your momentum, because I think we've even
Yeah.
been like part of that situation where things have happened, and then like it kills our momentum, and it really has cost us, I wouldn't say like life changing opportunities, but I would say it has cost us momentum, where like once you have momentum, and every business owner will tell you this, or maybe every business, I don't know, but speaking for our experience, when you get momentum, you want to keep going on that momentum, because it's like a snowball effect where it's just like boom, boom, boom. It's growing, growing, growing. You want to just keep adding it, adding it, adding before it finishes, because that momentum is going to hit a plateau at some point, and you want to make sure that you are maximizing that speed and that energy and putting everything behind it, so that you can grow as much as you can within that limited time that you have with that momentum before you get the next wave of momentum. But I think like
That's a good point.
if you let it kill your momentum, dude, starting momentum and getting that like snowball to start turning and building is tough. Like, it's like the saying, I don't know if anyone out there has said, or if you guys have heard, sorry, like reaching your first 10K is your hardest month, then reaching your 100K is like the second hardest, and then once you hit your 100K, like you'll be able to make 1 million. But like reaching that first 10K will be the hardest 10K you'll ever make in 1 month.
They all say that,
And
That's
everyone
so true.
says that. And I think it's part of momentum, because
Yeah.
once you hit the 10K, they know like, fuck, I'm doing it. And like it ignites something in them, and they build and build and build. And they're just like, we can't let this momentum die, because I want to hit another 10K. I want to hit 15K. I want to hit 20K. And then it's just like, next thing you know, you're at 100K in the year or whatever. And then once you hit 100K, it's like, not guaranteed, but because of everything you've been putting behind that 100K, it's like, now you know what you have to do to make 10K. You know how to make 100K. So now all you have to do is multiply that and make 1 million, right? Or maybe 200,000 first, 300,000, then 400, 800, right? There's a process to it, but the purpose of the whole thing is like, you keep on going with the same momentum to get you to the next level, to get you to the next level. And I think it's super important, because I think you just, once that flame burns out, like it's hard to start it back up for sure.
Yeah. That is true, brother.
Yeah, so we're on the road to that, guys. As you can tell, we need like 4 GT3 RSs. We came to the conclusion. We started with we needed one, and then we were gonna share it. But then, like, because we're kind of greedy, and like I know that I wasn't gonna want to be in the passenger seat, and I know he wasn't gonna want to like share the car. I was like, all right, well, we'll just get two, two GT3 RSs. So that puts us at we need at least $1 million for two cars.
1.2.
And then we realized after I saw a video that like I wanted to hang one inside my house in the future. I was like, well, shit, if I do that, can't leave the boy out. So we're gonna need 4 GT3 RSs. So we got a lot of work to do, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think mine would probably cost like $900K. Just cause I'm gonna want it. If I'm gonna spend that money on a GT3, I'm gonna spec it out exactly how I want. No fucking.
That's true. That's true. That's almost like, and I feel like even with the cars that we've got now, is like we've always got it the way we want it, or upgraded it to the way we want it, because it's like, we're gonna make it the way we want it anyways.
Stupidest decision of my life.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Take me to
We've been humbled now, though.
Yeah, dude. Isn't it? That shit's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
It's a crazy.
We have bigger aspirations. So now we have more self-control and like going to buy another brand new car and like trying to upgrade it and put all these car parts in it. Not to sidetrack, but yeah.
Yeah, dude. Fucking give me that Sentra off the street.
Yeah.
No payment needed.
No, yeah, no payments are actually pretty nice. I ain't even gonna lie.
Dude, oh my god.
It's like the best thing ever.
Not having a car payment is fucking great, dude.
Yeah.
That's
actually great. Brings us on to another point. Good transition right here is
habits.
Habits. Yeah.
Wait, we need a cut real quick.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Hey, good catch. Good catch. God damn.
We're getting better at this, guys. Transitions. Habits. Damn. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll start off with things that we've kind of had to be better at in terms of sacrifices and things, pros and cons or whatever that we had to do when, I would say, starting a business and really wanting to take it serious, I think. I mean, I feel like we've said this plenty of times, but like just kind of going over it again is, for me personally, I think my life has done like a 180. I don't think a 360 fully yet. I think it's actually maybe 360 at this point, honestly.
I would say yes.
Because for me, I used to go out a lot. Like to go hang out with friends, go to like festival and things like that, and like spend extra money that I had that like, I mean, I was always living within my financial means, but it was more of like I was just spending money on things that weren't bringing anything back into my life besides hangovers and memories, and that's it. And I think like, honestly, that's just like the reality. Like
that's so crazy, yeah.
I was just doing those things, like living the young 20s and like late teens life, But I think like once we really got serious about our business is when like I realized, all right, am I going to continue spending my money on these things that don't bring anything to me? Or do I want to invest my money and give it a chance to, in the future, some years down the road, bring back tenfold and help me be more financially free and just learn a new skill or two or three or four, whatever, right? Like bring value to my own life. And in the beginning, it was pretty tough. Like, I'm going to be honest, giving up that fun, crazy life, like...
The FOMO?
Yeah, the FOMO. Like, the FOMO hits, you want to be a part of all these things. You want to go party. You want to go drink. You want to go be with friends. You want to go do all these things. And, having to, like, cut that out, like, 99% it was tough in the beginning. Like, I was still kind of, like, falling back into it a little bit and then go back. Like, the first year, not even year, I would probably say, like, maybe 6 months, 7 months. I was, like, doing it still, then I would feel guilty after, and I'm like, damn, I could have like spent that time working on the business. And then eventually, like, I just kind of like I maybe grew out of it because of the shit I was just surrounded by, like being around him like 24/7 again, just like when we were kids. And so I think like our energy and like mentality was like sinking of like, all right, this is the direction we're going in, this is what we're doing. And then on top of that, just like spending money on going out and also spending money on investing in the business at the same time was getting really fucking expensive real fucking quick. And I mean, without putting like straight numbers out there, like we're putting thousands of dollars like from my pocket and his own pocket to like start the business. And like, you know, I'm sure whoever like is watching this, if you've ever had that point of your life when you're going out and spending money on drinks and buying all these drinks, like the tab can add up to like a few $100s in one night. And for you to like probably not remember anything depending on the level you go. So I started thinking about that shit and I'm like, damn, dude, like I spent $200. This is an example. Going out for one night for a few hours and I could have put those $200 towards like half of a collection of our drop or like invested that into a camera or like equipment or things like that. So my mentality shifted. Like I stopped going out for that reason. Like I want more money to save to put into my business, and then any extra quote unquote money, like I stopped seeing it as extra. I was just putting it into like my Roth IRA or my 401k or just like saving it for things that I genuinely wanted for myself in terms of like a vacation or something. Like for like last year I saved money to go on a vacation for 2 weeks to Japan and then go after that to see my sister graduate in Washington, and to be able to like save my own money that I probably would have spent going out and just being reckless with it. I was able to save my money and do something more intentional and like for me to remember like a really nice trip of that, right? Or like not miss out my sister's not vacation, graduation, and spend time with family, and also go on like a really nice trip and not feel like, damn, I was going in debt or anything like that because I saved my money from that. So that's just kind of like how I see things now, and habits that I've changed personally. But again, it starts, I think, with like or surrounding yourself with people, the right people that have the same vision or same mentality, because you know what they say, you're the product of the 5 people you hang around with. And 2, I think like just dieting. Well, I wouldn't say dieting, but like the food you consume like also plays a part in like your mood, your energy, and things like that. So I try to eat like fairly clean. And then last year is when I started reading more books, and that's really helped me like stay on track and like motivated on like continuously learning business. And even with like this guy, I would always tell him like, bro, I'm reading this book, and tell him about what I'm reading. And like I think in the last podcast he talked about like now he's reading a book too, which is pretty dope because this guy would like never read either. Like he's more of like a podcast person. So
Yeah, Atomic Habits.
yeah,
Good
which
shit.
I have it right here. This is my next book.
Shit, yeah.
I have my next book that I'm gonna read. So yeah, there's some pretty good books, guys.
That shit's great.
Some pretty good books to read. I haven't read it yet, but I heard a lot of good things about it. But it's just like building
Atomic Habits.
yeah, building your atomic habits. How you're gonna level yourself up without anyone having to be there to hold your hand. You know, it's like discipline and consistency at the end of the day.
Video's not sponsored by them, but
Yeah, well, that's just me. I'll let David talk about his shit because I don't know exactly like some things.
Mine are kind of similar, but not to the same. I never really went out like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Never, not really. The only time I really went out was with you guys, you know, with like, the guys. And I was like, fuck, those nights were expensive. Not even joking. I think something that, which is stupid, is like looking back at it now, like, dude, we've spent so much money on that. But,
Fuck.
I think the biggest habit that I probably changed, well, that I changed for like the better, was like going to the gym more consistently. And then like the whole like, I fucking love cars. Like I've always been a car guy. Like from my first car to like my second car, I always like try to like fix it up and like go to like car meets and shit, you know. And I think that was probably like the biggest thing that I had to cut out, just because like it's it's expensive.
Hell
It's
yeah.
expensive. Like
Especially when he had his V8.
yeah.
Dude,
Like
it's crazy.
the amount of, not even joking, I remember we added up the amount of gas that I was wasting a week, and it was like $300, which is like unheard of, you know. And that was when gas was like a little bit cheaper. It was like $4, you know. So like that was probably my biggest thing. I think getting out of like the whole car scene in general, you know. Cuz maybe like looking back on it now, like everyone in that scene kind of just wants to like impress everybody else. So you do burnouts, you do dumb shit, you know, that'll burn out your
Mm-hmm.
tires, you know. And it's like, you know, like kudos to you, like if you still do that stuff. Like I personally think that shit's cool and fun.
Yeah.
But like if you don't have the money to, that's something that you should not be doing, right? Like, so that was something a big one for me. The gym, like just overall feeling better, like it's helped me not only build like, well, getting me to like my body goals, you know, but it's also helped me with like time management, like in
Mm-hmm.
general, because there's always like the fucking crunch time of like, dude, I need to get out of work at this time so I can go still have time to meet up with Bruce and talk about this stuff, then go to the gym, or
Yeah.
sometimes we go to the gym together, you know, like right now it's hard because I've been staying a lot later at work, but like
Yeah.
little things like that those have for sure been my two biggest like habits change, you know. And then like hearing this guy talk about like always reading books and shit, you know, like now like that's something that I want to incorporate into like my habits, you know, which
Yep.
is something that I'm learning in that Atomic Habits book, which is crazy.
Yeah.
um and I think a really good habit that, well, maybe you had this already, but I'm very like open to like different forms of like investing. So like
Yes.
the big one is like the crypto
Mm-hmm.
one that like Andy has shown us, you know, and like,
Mm.
and it's so crazy because like I
Yeah.
have
Shout out to the
talks.
crypto mentor, Andy.
Yeah, dude, it's insane because like it's helped me just be patient
Fuck yeah.
and be very mindful of what like I guess like kind of spending, you know, like help me build
Yes.
like
Yes.
that overall just being more thoughtful about it, you know, like.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy, like you show people, dude, like I've talked to people, you know, like that I know, and
They trip out,
they trip the fuck out,
huh?
dude. I'll be like,
Dude,
yeah, dude,
that shit
like
always happens.
I started with $50, you know, and I'm here now, and like they'll be like, "There's no way," you know, and I'll show them like the thing. I was like, "Yeah, it's actually crashing right now," you know. So once it goes up, they do the math, and they're like, "Holy shit, bro," you know. So like that
Dude,
has fucking,
that's the funniest shit ever.
you know, like realizing spending. I was spending money on gas for no fucking reason, or stuff like on my car or whatever,
Yeah.
and like, or going out. Now that money I'm using it to like invest, you know,
Yeah.
buying books, fucking a gym membership. Like those are things that money is now going to, that is helping me grow overall, which
Mm-hmm.
helps with our business in general, right?
Yeah.
Like especially with Greater Than Athletics, we are our brand,
Yep.
and this brand is only going to go as far as we go as individuals.
Yep.
So as much as we are growing every day to become greater than our yesterday, it's going to reflect that into the business, you know, which is why I think this was like the perfect fucking
Yeah.
topic, habits, because dude, a lot of people just, you know, like you say it all the time, dude, like some people get lucky and like they hit that lottery ticket and like their fucking business booms.
Yeah.
But in the real world, well, realistically, that just doesn't happen to everybody, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
very
I don't know
rare.
many people.
It seems like it happens very often because that's the shit that's highlighted on social media and stuff. But
That's true.
like, dude, think about how many people in comparison that have actual businesses versus that are doing that number versus the people that are starting and failing and their businesses are shutting down, they're not profitable, like all these other things is a huge like skew like this. Like it's crazy. Which is things that we actually learn in our program we're in right now
The
with
Chase.
the
Dude.
JP Morgan Chase program. Um which where we have like a mentor right now that's helping us like understand the industry more directly, and we see numbers that are they get updates directly like month to month, and we go over like numbers, and it's insane. Like it's super eye opening to like what he's saying. You know, that lotto ticket sounds like it's very close, but in the real world, like even if you do hit that lotto ticket, if you don't know what you're doing, regardless, you're not gonna make that lotto ticket last. Like
That's true.
even with
Damn.
real lottery like winners, you know, like people win billions of dollars, millions and billions, and because they don't even know how to invest, they don't know how to do any of that stuff, they go and start buying a bunch of dumb stuff. And how many stories have you heard, or if you look it up, how many lottery winners have gone broke? It's like a huge number because they go crazy and then they don't realize that they didn't put their money to work for them.
Yeah.
So
But it's funny that you say that because like we always talk about like, yeah, bro, we're gonna have 4 Porsches. Which, you know, like just to make it clear, like that's obviously like that's something that's just like a goal for us, you know. But
Yeah.
like we literally talk about it all the time. Like that's not something realistically like a decision that we would make right off the back. Like whenever we get like our first huge check, you know, like we literally always talk about like, dude, the first thing we want to do is like fucking retire my parents, you know.
Yep.
And like, dude, I literally just told my dad this the other day. Like, we were talking. I had sent him a picture of Ellie, and he was like, "Yeah, best decision, whatever, right?" And he kind of just like showed love about like GTA, and he's like, "Dude, like it's cool that what you guys are doing." And I was like, "Dude, yeah, like I can't fucking wait to like retire you, you know." And I don't think he didn't even respond. He just hearted it, but because I don't think he was expecting that, you know.
Yeah.
Because we always joke around and say like, "Yeah, we're gonna get this fucking car first, whatever." But like realistically, like we're not fucking dumb. We say dumb shit. We're joking.
We're a little dumb.
But like, it's just like a goal for us, you know.
Yeah.
Like going back to like what you were saying. I just wanted to clarify.
No, yeah. No, we've actually had like that conversation where he asked me and himself like the question of like, what would you do if you had? What was the question? It was, what would you do if you had 500,000 in the bank or something, like right now, like today to the next day?
500 money to throw away.
Yeah, 500,000 of money to just throw away. And I think like my answer kind of caught him off guard because I was just like, honestly, like I wouldn't even buy a car. I told him I was like, I'd probably spend like at most like 50,000 on a car, like maybe just to get something cool, like nothing too expensive, nothing too cool, but I would just buy it out and then like that's it, you know, like I have a nice car. But I told him I was like, the rest is like I'd probably pay off like my mom's house and call it a day, you know, like that's where I would put the money. And he was just like, for real? And I was just like, yeah, bro, like as much as I would want to buy like a fucking Lambo or like a nice car, like I'd probably buy my mom's house off or do something where that money will like invest it so that money can pay in return and like over time pay my mom's house off, or like be able to like give dividends or some type of cash flow back so that my mom doesn't even have to work, or like my parents don't have to work, and it can be more like the money that I get out of there, like cool, it's for you guys. Anything extra is like cool, we can use it for other things like the business or something. But yeah, like I think
You know what's funny though, bro? I feel like even if when we get to that point, I know for sure your dad is not gonna retire. Your dad and maybe my dad probably will, but my mom, I don't think she would retire either.
I think
Or what do you think?
honestly, like I would say that
Just because, dude, well, obviously I've known your dad like, my whole life, and this was like, not even joking, he's a fucking just workaholic. Dude.
yeah,
Like,
he is.
it's crazy.
I would say that yes, but I think that is slowly changing as he's getting older, because like just naturally, like my dad's like in his mid 60s now. So I think for him, like naturally he works because he has to work. Like he's just more of like, well, I gotta pay my own bills. Like my dad lives in Vegas and he has to pay like his own rent and stuff like that. But he also has like a little house he built in Mexico, where like in Mexico I don't even think you pay like really property taxes, or I don't really know how it works, but I know it's like way cheaper because he built the house. So he'll spend time like out there like weeks at a time, and then he'll come back here and like he works like contracting, so he'll do like a few jobs and then he goes back. And I think he just does it to keep afloat. But now I know that, like, if I told my dad, hey, I'm going to give you X amount of money, but I would have to be smart with my dad because I know this guy. Like, this fucker would probably, this fool will spend this shit. Spend that shit. I'd probably have to give him, like, the allowance. Like, all right, monthly, I'm going to pay your bills and give you X amount of money and you can do whatever the fuck you want, like, with that shit. Like, I'm going to take care of your bills. This is your money to live your life however you want. If you continue to work for extra money to spend on other things that you just extrally want, whatever, that's on you. But I feel like if I did that for him, he may retire. He may be like, all right, I don't have to work. I can do side hustles because my dad does literally everything. This dude knows electrical work. He knows mechanical work. He knows how to fix industrial machines. He does literally everything. Like, this guy is a handyman.
Yeah,
literally.
he's Camacho Productions.
OG Productions, yeah. So I think he would still maybe do some of those things. Or I don't know. Honestly, it's hard to say with that guy. I feel like my mom would be harder to retire than my dad would.
Yeah?
Dude, my mom's...
Oh, but your mom does like charity.
She works
right?
for like a nonprofit. So for
Nonprofit,
her,
yeah.
I think she literally loves, like, I always tell her, like, dude, you can go and make more money somewhere else. And she's just like, I love what I do. Like, it doesn't feel like work. My mom literally works like 7 days a week and she works like from like 7 a.m. I already hear her in like meetings and she won't be done till like literally like 8 p.m. And then she goes to like meet up with other people to do like consultations and I don't even know. She's just working all day, every day. And so I think for her it'd be way harder because she's actually super passionate of what she does.
Damn.
Yeah. Versus my dad, I think like he's at the point where it's like, I'm just here for kind of a check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn,
Because he does it part-time now.
Shit,
Like,
maybe
his
we
contracting
will
work.
get our GT3Rs first.
Yeah.
Just playing.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's the
funny.
difference. Honestly, like, I would, for sure, his mom, like, even if me and him went be like to his mom and said, you're not working, she'd probably smack us up and say, I ain't retiring.
With that chancla. Dude.
Yeah, she's gonna beat us up, actually.
Yeah.
She
loves her job.
She'll
too
take
much,
our
dude.
money and still not retire.
Yeah. No, you know what? For sure, I would. I know I would not be able to convince her, so I think I would buy her house first.
I was gonna say, I think for sure from what she's told us, like, cause she's said that she wants to buy that beachside apartment she's at right now. She's like, I want to buy it out and rent it or remodel it or
I
whatever.
think we'd be able to afford that one.
Yeah, not yet. Maybe in like 15 years from now. Put the GT3 RS on hold for like a decade.
Oh shit, dude.
But for sure, like, okay, so you said a house?
So for sure the house, because I know she loves having a yard in general.
Yeah.
So for sure the house and her dream car, which is a 69 Nova.
Dude, she's literally talks about it like almost every
talked
time she
about
braids my
that.
hair, that conversation comes up.
Dude, which is crazy because she's not like a super car. Well, she does like cars, but she's not like super into it. Like I would say, like me or my dad. You know, like dude, I could get my dad just like a fucking used Hellcat, and this dude will be happy. You know, which is like super easy. But yeah, 69 Nova is gonna be hard.
You know
to
which
find.
car I feel like if you got your dad this car, he would like. I feel like it would make him happier than any. Well, I mean, I don't know. I would just say it's the E30 he used to have, like someone similar.
Fuck, dude.
Did his dad used to have a?
Dude, that man.
We're super off track right now, but
I know. Fuck, my bad.
But his dad used to have this E30 car, BMW. Dude, it was the sickest thing
With
ever.
The hood
and
popping forward, man.
yeah,
That
and
was
it had a
cool,
racing
dude.
chip in it and everything. And dude, he used to take us like around the block when we were kids to like just hear the car. And I think that because just the nostalgic aspect of that car and like what it probably meant and means to your dad, that if he was to get one, even like all fixed up now, how they go, dude, his dad would probably trip out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those and a 71 Cuda or like a 02
Sheesh,
Challenger, dude.
yeah,
This
yeah.
fool. Yeah, damn.
Yeah, I'm for
Well,
sure
fuck.
borrowing it.
Yeah, maybe I'll just share with him. But yeah, fuck. Well,
Damn, we
Anyway,
got a little sidetracked,
yeah.
guys. But we were talking about goals and habits.
yeah. Well, habits in general and like, you know, these are I think positive habits, you know, that we've overall, like looking at the bigger picture, you know, like I think these habits are gonna get us to that point where we could do all of these things that we sidetracked
Yeah.
off to, you know, where
It's
like
pretty much non-negotiable.
Yeah.
It's like, as you guys saw, we sidetracked it because we actually mean these things. Like, we
Yeah.
visualize like us doing it. So that's why, like, if you guys follow our Money in Motion Instagram account, all the things we post on there, it's all like a foreshadow of things and motivation that we feel daily of why we're doing things, how we feel, how things resonate with us, and that we don't really have an option to fail. Like, we've committed to doing certain things at whatever cost, and we're gonna make it. So
yeah.
either you guys follow us now and check the journey out, or you guys follow us later and miss out the whole journey, which you're gonna have to go back and catch up. And I mean, if you want to binge watch it, we're not gonna stop you, you know. But I'm just saying, I think staying caught up as it's happening in real life, you know, it's a lot cooler.
It's actually cool. It's dope, dude. Dude, there's been like I followed people from like the beginning of like Instagram, you know, that like I'll go back to and I kind of like look at like, damn, dude, like I remember like for example, like some car person that I've been following for like the fucking longest, and like seeing like just her progression.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, I don't even know this person, you know, but it's just seeing like the positive that they made in their life and like with the car content and like where it's gone to now. It's like, I don't know you, but like that's fucking cool. Like, and I'm happy for you because I feel like I know you because I've been there from like when
The
you
jump.
had like, yeah,
That's crazy.
it's a trip.
Which is what we're kind of trying to do with you guys, you know, like
Yes.
all
yeah.
the audience that watches our podcast. Like, this is a chance for us to talk about everything truthfully, as real as possible, like without sugarcoating and putting any downplay on any of the stuff we talk about. Like, this is as real as I feel like we can be with you guys. We're not playing up front. We're not being a character. Like, this is genuinely us. What you see through your screen right now is how we are in person. And like, it just doesn't get any realer than this. Like, we are trying to be as vulnerable as possible. We're trying to be as honest as possible, as real as possible, as transparent, like all the above, so that you guys can really feel a connection towards our progress and our journey and like where we were and where we are and where we're going. So that you guys truthfully feel like every time we hit a milestone, it's like you guys helped us get there. Which we're forever grateful for. I feel like everyone says that, and it sounds a little bit cliche, but it's the truth. Like, we wouldn't have 1,000 followers on our main clothing line page if it wasn't for you guys constantly supporting, sharing, you know, all those things. We wouldn't have started a podcast if we didn't feel like people telling us like, your guys' journey is interesting, you guys should talk about it. So this is why we're here. We
Which
started
people have comments. I don't know who it is, but someone has commented like we've gotten a couple comments like under like our YouTube videos and shit, like saying like, you know, like it's so cool to see like the progress that you guys made. Or
I
like,
saw those. That was crazy.
can't wait to see what's coming. You know, like dude, like just even if it's just one comment or 3 comments, you know, like those comments,
Yeah,
that make me feel good.
yeah, they're super motivating. Those are the things that help us keep going. Cause like,
Yeah.
we've said it many times, like doing all these things. We literally counted today. We're doing 5 different things right now, while trying to run a brand full time, like, and really get ready for a new drop. And we also work full time jobs on the side. So it's like, and we have opposite schedules. So
Yeah, dude, ours
like,
honestly, fuck, maybe I'm just being fucking ignorant, but I think we're definitely probably like some of the 2 hardest working people out there, at least that I know. And like maybe like, you know, it doesn't reflect that like through like what we're doing because we're still like in the jump of things, you know. But bro, like, dude, we fucking work more than full time, you know. Like we work 6 days a week. I'm overnight, you're closing shift. Like those schedules don't even make sense to like match, you know, like
the worst schedules ever.
the worst schedules ever, dude. We have the 5 things we're running and we have our family stuff on the side also, you know, which is like,
and still trying, like how we said, the things that we've talked about throughout this podcast, trying to read books, trying to stay fit, like physically fit, like going to the gym, running, just making time for like our personal life as well. Like, it's really tough and it's very minimal, but it's important to still find a slight little balance, even if it's 30 minutes a day, to like kind of, you know, reflect on like yourself and put other things, aside to focus on, like, whether it's your family or like reading a book or like doing something that you truthfully want to be doing at that moment. But yeah, he's right. Like, we fucking work our asses off. And yeah, I think that's why we don't even have that option of failing. Like, there's a clip that I posted recently on the Money in Motion Instagram, and it was talking about it was like a scene, and it's talking about, it was two people. One person was asking another person about a whole thing they're working on, and they were just kind of like, do you have a job, and is it even going to work out? Like, what if it fails? And the person responded with, like, that doesn't even cross my conscience. Like,
Dude, that video's sick.
The idea of failure doesn't even get entertained, doesn't get like processed. Like, that is not something that even is part of like my brain kind of thing. And so that's literally what we talk about all the time. Like, failure is just not a part of our vocabulary. Like, yeah, we fail and we acknowledge failure. Like, yes, we do. We understand that. Like, that's realistic. But
It's not happening.
we refuse to fully fall into failure. Like, there's only failure when you quit. And we're not quitting. So
That's a bar.
yeah,
That's a bar.
so so yeah, like, that's just how we think, honestly. And like, those are just habits that we've built over time, and we're just gonna continue. Like, I don't know. Maybe some of you guys can relate that are watching, that have your own business or think about starting your own business, or even if you don't have your business but you do other things that you've known, like whether it's consistency through a gym or anything else. Like, the feeling you get when you stop doing something fully and then you feel like, damn, I quit, and that's because I failed. Oh, I failed because I quit. The difference in the progress, or from one day to the next. So yeah, I mean, I think for those of you guys that are out there struggling with habits, struggling with trying to get started, 2026 just began. So don't think because a week went by or 2 weeks went by already that you can't start anymore. Like, that ideology of waiting for the first, or waiting for the Monday, or waiting for like a reset date, like, get that out of your head. Like, start right now. Start after you finish this podcast. Start, even cut this podcast out and start. Like,
Nah, watch today.
like, for real, like, you guys just need to take action. Like, action and
Yeah.
consistency and building the routine of just putting things in motion is what's gonna make the difference. Like, it sounds harder than what it seems, but it's truthfully not. Like, you gotta just get out there, get uncomfortable, do what you don't want to do, or do what you want to be doing, and get excited for what you're doing. Like, if you don't wake up and you're thinking about it and it's not driving you crazy because you're not doing it, then you need to figure out what's going to get you there, so that you can wake up every single day and just get consumed by that idea and project or whatever, so that you can put every distraction aside, because that's the only thing you think about.
Yeah.
And that's like what it is for us. Like, I'm constantly thinking about all of our projects 24/7. There's very little time throughout the day where I'm not thinking about, how can I do this? How can I improve this? What do we need to plan for? Hey, we need to meet this goal. Hey, we need to talk about this. Like, me and him are always texting like every single day about things we need to do. We're planning for a podcast. We're planning for a YouTube video. We're planning for other things and drops. And so that's like the overall overlying picture of, how we can just tell you guys networking and habits. That's what you guys need to start doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit'll get your motion for
Hell
sure.
yeah. And your money in motion. So, so that being said, I think we're going to wrap it up there,
Closing it
guys.
out.
We totally went on a rant, but hopefully you
We
guys,
always do.
hopefully you guys,
We can never stay on topic.
yeah, we're going to work on that actually. But it goes to show that we, are as raw as possible, and like, we keep it real with you guys, and we just talk about what we feel in the moment. But with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. Money in Motion Monday podcast coming to you guys live, and ensure to you guys share it, like, comment, Let us know in the comments what you guys want us to cover. If there's
Mhm.
anything, if you guys want us to dive deeper into a different subject, or if you guys want to learn something more different, right? Like about us personally, David or myself, asking questions. Like we're open to asking anything for you guys. And yeah, so like I said, like, comment, subscribe, share, and don't forget, guys, network,
Mhm.
build that momentum, build those habits. 2026 just started, so let's just make sure we hit the
Mhm.
ground running, and hopefully 2026 is a year of blessings and money fulfilled with a lot of great things for you guys. And don't forget to tune in to Greater Than Athletics. We're gonna be coming out with something super soon.
Mhm.
And
We're in the works actually.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of concepts.
yeah, we got concepts and some good stuff coming. So
Let us know what you guys think about the studio too.
I
Shoot.
know,
Shit was
dude.
expensive.
Hell yeah, we had a yeah, it was a few $100,000. That's what I'm just crypto hit nice. No.
Oh snap! That's
All right,
good
yeah.
stuff.
We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Peace.